Islam, Islam, Islam. You're a Muslim, I'm a Muslim. You're born Muslim, you're converted to Islam. You just changed to Islam, but the question is, what is Islam? I'm seeing many Muslims in the globe today. They are 2.2 billion and 126 million people on the globe. But what is Islam? From Saudi Arabia to Indonesia to India to China to Russia, everywhere in Europe, in America, in Nicaragua, until down there in Argentina to Africa, we are having Muslims. But the question is, what is Islam we are talking about today? Islam is a religion among the greatest to the second greatest religion on earth. But Islam is a word that comes from the Arabic word al-Islam. Islam comes from the word Silim, and Silim means a straight something which is straight, without corners, without ambiguous corners. So what is it today? Islam is the total submission to the will of Allah. Huwa al-istislamu lillah, is the belief, is the acceptance of every order and the law of Allah. Whether you like it, whether you afford it, whether you have to do it. That is Islam. That means a Muslim is someone who submits wholly to the will of Allah. What do I mean? That whenever Allah says something, you have to do it because you are a servant down to earth to Allah. You have to accept all the orders and the laws given to you by Allah. That's what they call a Muslim. If you are a Muslim, yet Islam you take it as a supermarket or a self-service dish that you can pick something and you leave others, you're not yet a true Muslim. Allah Ta'ala tells us in Quran, in Surah Al-Baqarah, the 2nd chapter, verse 208, he says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu idkhulu fi silmi kafa. All you who believe, enter Islam wholly, enter in Islam wholly, wa la tattabi'u khutuwati shaytan innahu lakum aduwwun mubin. All you who believe, enter in Islam wholly, meaning that when you enter Islam, don't be with the two legs, one in another way and another one here. You have to enter it wholly. When you are a woman, every order that is given to you, you have to do it. When you are a man, every order that is given to you in Islam, you have to do it. You don't question, you don't even get another option, because when Allah says it's the best for you. Now today, when we go to the Bible, the prophet Jesus ﷺ, in John 5:30, he said, I don't do according to my own accord, but I do according to the will of thy Lord who sent me. The word I submit to the will of thy Lord who sent me is what we call Islam. When we go to the Lord's Prayer in Matthew chapter 6 verse 9, Jesus told us that when you're praying to Allah or praying to God, say, our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it's done in heaven. What you want, God, it will be done on earth as you want it, as it's done in heaven. Meaning, when we are with God, when we enter, we submit ourselves wholly to the laws of God. That means we are a Muslim. I'm saying Islam means submission to wholly to the will of God. If God says something, you do it. That submission makes you a Muslim. When you don't submit, for example, you don't do what Allah tells you, it means you're not a Muslim. I'm cautioning